Hi, this is Anil. In this video, I'll show you how to create a simple JAX-WS web service and how to deploy that on Tomcat web server. For that, we need to do the following steps. First, we need to create the dynamic web project in Eclipse. Second, we need to copy the Java files into the lib folder. Third, we need to write web service classes using JAX-WS annotations. Fourth, we need to write web.xml. In that, we need to configure web service servlet context listener and web service servlet. The purpose of WS servlet context listener is it retrieves the configuration present in the sun-jax.ws.xml. The purpose of WS servlet is it takes a request from the client and redirect the request to web service implementation class and get the response and send it to the client. The fifth, we need to write sun-jax.ws.xml. Here we need to configure our web service implementation class. Sixth, we need to generate the JAX-WS classes for input and output types using WSGen command line utility. 7, we need to copy the generated files into the Eclipse workspace. 8th, we need to deploy the application on Tomcat server. I'll show you all these steps one by one. First, we need to create a dynamic web project in Eclipse. Here you can give Tomcat web service 1. Here we need to select the target runtime. I have already configured Apache Tomcat 6.0 here. So select Tomcat server 6.0, click next, click finish. Next we need to copy jar files into the lib folder. Here I have already some jar files. Copy all these jar files into lib folder. Next we need to write web service classes using JAX-WS annotations. So go to source and create interface called cal web service. We'll give package com.htl.anil and move that this package. This contains only one method called add. It takes 2 parameters and return 1 parameter. And here we have to annotate with that web service annotation. Next we need to create a class, implementation class, cal web service impl implement cal web service. Here return a plus b. Here annotate with web service annotation. Here endpoint interfaces com.hcl.inl.cal web service. You can also give port name. Here you can give cal web service port, and you can mention service name also. Here cal web service. Next we need to write web.xml. We have already web.xml and I delete this one. First we need to create a listener class. We need to configure the listener class. Listener class name. What is the listener class name? Here WS servlet context. You have to give full name. Next we need to configure the servlet. Servlet name is cal web service and servlet class WS servlet. Copy, and we need to map the servlet to the URL pattern. Here servlet name is cal web service and URL pattern is same thing, cal web service. Next we need to write sun-JAX-WS.xml file. It should be under web folder. Here I have some text. I copy paste in this one. Here we can give any name, and here implementation class is cal web service IMPL. Here I have IMP, so I give IMP, and the URL pattern should be whatever we have given in the web.xml. So we have completed fifth step. Next we need to generate JavaScript classes for input and output types using WSGen command line utility. Go to the navigator view and take the class files from the build folder. Here we have two class files. Copy the folder and put it into some directory and go to the command prompt. Here we need to execute WSGen command. For this we need to give a class path. Here class path is current directory, and we need to keep the generated Java files and give the class name, implemented web service class name, cal web service IMPL. Here IMP. It creates JAX-WS folder in com.html.anil folder. So we'll copy add.java, add response.java, and we'll go to Eclipse workspace, and here we'll create a package called com.html.anil.jax-ws. In this package, copy these two files. Now we have finished creating JavaScript classes, and we have copied all generated classes in Eclipse workspace. Next we need to deploy the application on Tomcat. To deploy application on Tomcat server, go to project, right click, click turn on server, click next, click finish. Now we have deployed our application on Tomcat server. If we give this URL pattern, we'll get digital file location. Here our web service is active. If I click this link, we'll get the contents of digital file. That means we have successfully deployed our application on Tomcat server. Thanks for watching.